everybody, it's Royal Reporter Lydia here, and today in this video we're going to be reporting and exploring on a recent article that one of my Royal creative friends at UK_Royal_follower notified to me, and we're going to be exploring this article that is basically written by a journalist who thought it was appropriate to start putting their opinion on, the Prince of Wales when he said in an interview the other day it's been a brutal year for his family because of the King and the Princess of Wales' cancer diagnoses. This reporter thought it was appropriate to start going around saying, oh yes, Prince William needs to get into the real world, he didn't have to worry about money and etc. and stuff like that, and I thought it was a really stupid article. So in this video we're going to explore it and why an article like this, in my opinion, should not have been published. This reporter started off this article saying, "I'm not diminishing the stress of watching a spouse go through chemo. William was in a luxurious position where he could simply step back for most of the year and have the staff pick up the childcare and the household slack, with no worries about income. He hasn't a clue what the serious illness of a parent is, like for most working families." So that's what he said, or she said, in this article. Started it off with. Just find that intro just really annoying, because they started off with, "I'm not diminishing the stress of watching a spouse go through chemo." But then they carry on saying he's in a luxurious position. I mean, who writes these articles? I mean, first of all, Prince William and his family may be in a luxurious position with it. I mean, the Prince of Wales could easily just walk Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis down to Windsor Castle, maybe get some other staff there to drop them off at Lambrook. But obviously they don't, because they're a very hands-on family. So the family kept things normality, even while the Princess of Wales were going through, horrible chemo and stuff like that. So I really just don't understand that first part of the article. It makes no sense. You're not diminishing the stress, but you then said he lives a luxurious life. So technically you are diminishing it because of his luxurious position. Do people actually think the royals may be in a luxurious position, but doesn't mean that the royals don't struggle like the rest of us? It's just diminishing. It's literally what it is. This person is literally diminishing the Prince and Princess of Wales' struggles simply because Prince William and his family are billionaires. That's just disrespectful. It doesn't matter if the royal family is rich, they still struggle like the rest of us. So I don't know why this person was making out like the royal family are exempt from struggling. It's just disrespectful. Part of this article, this person says, "It is awful that Prince William has had to go through this, but he didn't have to worry about money. Who was going to take the kids to school, wash clothes, or cook, or work? There are many families that go through this and they have no financial help." Okay, right. I do obviously respect that some families do struggle more than other families. For instance, families that are financially struggling, they struggle more if one of their family members is off work or can't work or is unwell. And I do get it that people, there are different situations, and you've got to take in people's situations and not just be like, okay, everyone is like this person, because each individual situation is different to the other, and you've got to respect that as a person. I really do respect that there are people that struggle more than others, of course. That is just sadly the way the world is. There are people that struggle more than others. Some people sadly live a life where they need financial help, and everyone should be given financial help if they're struggling, because absolutely no one should be struggling on the streets or struggling to buy their home or pay rent and stuff like that. Of course not. But at the same time, when you're talking about health, you cannot put health in the same box as other people struggling to buy Christmas dinner or something like that. So, as much as I respect that you've got to look at people and go, oh, okay, some people do struggle more than others, which is true. You cannot just put someone in a bubble of when it's talking about health and go, okay, the Princess of Wales and the King had cancer, but their cancer struggles are less and less struggling and cause less stress or whatever than somebody who's in another class to them. That's not true. Health across the board, although cancer can affect people in different ways, health is stressful across the board. Doesn't matter what class you're in. This part of this article says, "Unfortunately, many people suffer in silently with cancer and other serious illnesses. They don't have the luxury of private healthcare, money, quality food, and support. Spare a thought for the majority going through this nightmare." Okay, does this person actually know that the royals pay money into the NHS charities? The Prince and Princess of Wales are literally patrons of the NHS charities. So, this just shows this person is so uneducated in the royal family. The royal family pay money into the NHS charities. The royal family pay money into homelessness. The royal family pay money into early years. They pay money into mental health support. They pay money into loads of other things that help the health of this country. Now, I don't really care what this person thinks. Many people do suffer in silence, of course they do. But the royal family are obviously very famous. So, of course, when the Princess of Wales announced she had cancer, she had to say something, because we would have all been worried where she was, you know? So because she's famous, she had to come out and say something. And because of that, she showed probably loads of other people with cancer that, you know, you can be strong and you don't have to suffer in silence, you know? So, you know, technically, she's actually given a platform to people that are sadly suffering from cancer, because she has said, you know, in her latest one, where she was with the Prince of Wales and her 3 children in that announcement she did in September, which made me cry. You know, she said, out of darkness can come light. She's giving hope to these other people with cancer. The royals are not selfish and sit there and go, you know, I have private healthcare, so I don't need to think about other people. That's just such a stupid thing to say in an article when you clearly don't know what the royal family do. They pay millions per year into the NHS, into mental health, into early years, into support for women, support for men, that kind of stuff. And they brought to light stuff that many of us weren't aware of. And, you know, that's kind of unfair to say that, because the royals, yes, they're rich, and yes, they have, you know, that sort of stability in their life that other people sadly don't have. They are doing stuff for other people. Most of their speeches have been about other people, not about themselves, about other people. So I think that this person was a little bit unfair to just make out like they don't care about anyone else because they have private healthcare. I mean, they always think about other people. So completely unfair to type that in an article when, if they did their research, they would know that literally the Prince and Princess of Wales, for starters, are patrons of the NHS, of their charities. So just uneducated again. I'm going to speak about in this video is this. So someone said, Prince William needs to get into the real world and see what cancer does to us common people who rely on the NHS for treatment and can't always afford private healthcare paid by the taxpayers. Okay, right, here we go again. Taxpayers. It comes back to the money, doesn't it? This person seems to think that money makes everything better. We have millions of pounds. We don't need to worry. No, you literally can't be happy without your health. And some people do struggle with their health. Of course, people do struggle with that. But obviously the NHS is a fantastic thing that we should make use of. Prince William does live in the real world. You know, his whole life is about serving us as human beings. So as you know, normal people, as this person puts it. Can't really diminish the fact that Prince William and his wife pay so much money into the NHS for starters. They use their money to help other people, which is why they are such amazing royals. And all the royal family are amazing because they use their money for other people. And of course, yeah, they bring up the taxpayers. The taxpayers has nothing to do with it, you know? At the end of the day, they get a cut of, 75% of the money. They'll take 12% in 2 years' time. At the moment, they take 20% or whatever. But I guess who takes the majority of it? Oh wait, that'd be the government. But the people that are saying this want the royal family to go away, yet the government are taking most of the money. So I don't understand this article. It's just a rude, jealous, disrespectful article written on very bad grammar and just complete and utter agenda for the royal. Anyway, that's the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button and also press subscribe. And we hope to see you in the next report. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are. Thanks for watching. Bye!